What is going on, guys? This is the Inside the Boot podcast, episode number 13, as we break down the New York Yankees and their fresh start to the 2023 season as they kicked off against the San Francisco Giants. A lot went into this series. Aaron Judge really the main picture in this series, and he led the team the way to win 2 out of those 3 games, and I was really impressed with Aaron Judge. A lot were, questioning, what type of Aaron Judge are we going to get? Are we going to see, a guy that's still going to compete and give the Yankees their best chance? Or are we going to see, maybe like a setback from Aaron Judge? But by no means was this a setback. Aaron Judge, 6 for 13 in that series, 2 bombs, and also collected 4 RBIs in 2 out of those 3 wins. And, Aaron Judge, he looks to, really repeat of what he did last season, hitting 62 home runs in a regular season. And, is this going to be another season that the Yankees are going to have to rely on Aaron Judge? Because, last season, the Yankees for sure, relied on Aaron Judge. And, when Aaron Judge went missing, there was no answer. There was no really other guy to step up and do what Aaron Judge did in the regular season. In the playoffs, even in that Guardian series, we thought, Yankee fans, it would be 3 and done heading into the next series. But no, the Guardians made that a series, and by no means should that have been a series. The Yankees were so much more talented than the Guardians, and, that just really, honestly, was because Aaron Judge went missing. Aaron Judge in the playoffs has not been great. His numbers have not been, elite, and, he's really been, I hate to say this, but he's been more of a regular season player, with what the stats show is. But he just struggles in the postseason. But, that just means other guys got to step up. I thought Rizzo had a good, playoffs last year. I thought Bader stepped up really well. But, nonetheless, it's been a good start for Aaron Judge. And I know it's only a small sample size. He's got another 3 games set against the Phillies, which we will break down soon. But, Aaron Judge, this is the Aaron Judge I expect for 162 games. And, when Aaron Judge is healthy, we've seen that he could put up a really elite season for the Yankees. But, also other news, Johnny Brito, yesterday had a very strong start against the Giants. His first outing with the Pinstripes, 5 strong innings. He had 6 Ks and only allowed 1 hit. And also, to add on to that, he didn't allow a single run. But, Johnny Brito is also sent down to the minors. But that just really means, I think, Carlos Rodon might be, ready. I think he faced batters a few days ago. And now it looks like Rodon is really... He looks ready to pitch now, and when the Yankees get that fully healthy rotation, it's probably top 3 in baseball in my opinion. With Cole leading the way, then Rodon, Sevy, Nestor, and then probably Johnny Brito or even Domingo Germán, whatever they want to do there. But nonetheless, that's a really good rotation that could lead you the way to the playoffs, and I don't think pitching has really been the problem for the Yanks. I think it's more of just been, really scoring runs and, putting the ball in play. I mean, DJ LeMahieu and Andrew Benintendi were heavily missed in that series against the Astros last season, where they were swept in just 4 games. And, I hate looking back at that series because there wasn't really much, there wasn't many positives in that series. There wasn't like, oh, this guy did well, this guy did well. Nothing was well about that series. It was very poor. And it came to the point even where you saw Yankee tickets, going for $20. That's how bad it got. And that's just a very bad sign. But nonetheless, the Astros are still the team to beat in the AL. And the Yankees, I feel like, are the second best team in the AL. I feel like the Yankees have a very strong chance against the Astros, but it really just matters of being healthy. And I stated that last podcast about the Yankees being healthy. But, also, another guy that I've been really impressed with so far is Giancarlo Stanton. I thought he had a really solid start He's got 2 home runs already on the year, and one of those was a 485 moonshot off Ross Stripling, I believe it was. And, when Giancarlo Stanton is in this lineup, it makes the Yankees a lot better. This is a guy who hit 31 home runs last season, and then 37, I believe, the year before that. I mean, this guy's a consistent 30 home run hitter, and he can really put the ball in play, with a snap of the finger with how he hits the ball. He hits it super hard, and I believe in StatCast he still has the hardest hit ball in the league. But nonetheless, I think another thing that people don't really take a deep dive in is if Giancarlo Stanton can give you 60 to 70, even 80 games in the outfield, that's huge for not only Aaron Boone, but just for the Yankees in general. Because, most, if not all the year, Giancarlo Stanton was on as the designated hitter in the last season. He couldn't play the outfield much. He had a lot of lower body injuries, and now that makes the the outfield better with Giancarlo Stanton in there on maybe a 1 to 2 game series basis, and also it just makes it easier for Aaron Boone to not just have a position not just for Giancarlo Stanton for the DH, but you could throw Donaldson or Rizzo or DJ LeMay or even Gleyber Torres at the DH if they need some sort of rest. So that definitely helps out the Yanks in a big part. And I love Big G. Giancarlo Stanton, I loved when they first got him right after he won that MVP where he slashed for 59 home runs. But, I feel like another thing, and I watched this on the Michael Kay show, is that Giancarlo Stanton is built for New York, right? Giancarlo Stanton has taken a lot of heat from the media. He's not good at this, he's not good at that, he's not good at this. But when he's healthy and he really puts up numbers, the media goes quiet and Giancarlo Stanton starts to heat up. I'm pretty sure last year he hit 6 home runs in 6 games in a row. So I'm not saying Stanton has to hit 6 home runs in 6 games on a weekly basis, but it's really good to see Giancarlo Stanton showing why he deserves to be on this team. And another thing, even in the media, he's taking blame. In that double play he hit with, I think, the bases loaded, he took all the blame for that loss. And, that's good for him, making up to his mistakes. And then I believe the next day he hit a home run. And, now we get into the pitching. Garrett Cole was amazing in Game 1. Opening day, I'm pretty sure he threw 5 straight balls to his first 2 hitters. So he walked the first batter on throwing just straight up fastballs, and then he walked. Then the other batter, I believe, walked as well. But then he fought out of it, striking out 11, and I thought he settled really well after that. I guess you could say the problem, with that. But nonetheless, the Yankees now, they take on the Phillies tonight. Nestor Cortes gets the ball. But we look at this matchup, and it's interesting. No Harper for the Phillies, but they still got newly added Trey Turner, who has been really good. He slashed the ball in the World Baseball Classic, almost bringing it home for Team USA, and now he's got a chance to, maybe bring the Philadelphia Phillies back to the World Series. Trey Turner, I think, is one, if not the best, at his position. And, we look at the probable pitching matchups right now. We got Nestor Cortes against Taijuan Walker today. And for Cortes, really just battle, I think. I think that's what he needs to do best. I think, just attacking the zone and, just doing that. Because Nestor Cortes, he's got some filthy stuff. He doesn't throw the hard ball. He's not going to beat you 95, 96 on the gun. He's going to beat you with his stuff. And he's got really good stuff and even a sneaky motion sometimes. And for Taijuan Walker, the Yanks have had pretty good success against him, when he was a Met. They've hit him hard. And, the game after that is Domingo Germán getting the ball for the first time and against Matt Strahan. And for Domingo, just battle. I feel like with all the pitchers, I'm just gonna say battle. But I think Herman is, shown that he could battle and really solidify himself as that fifth starter. And also something else to watch is I think Kyle Schwarber is a big guy to watch out for taking on the righties. He's got really good numbers. Most of his home runs come against righties. Not many against lefties. So definitely watch out for that. And then the big game 3. The game that's probably going to get the most excitement is Aaron Nola against Garrett Cole. Aaron Nola had a good few innings against the Rangers and then got lit up. Allowed 5 earned runs, 4 hits. He had 4 strikeouts in 3 2/3, but 12.27 ERA in that game. So, but it's 2 really good pitchers regardless. Aaron Nola is still a really good pitcher, and he's going to battle against Garrett Cole, who just had an almost perfect start, in my opinion. And with that series against the Phillies, they got beat up against the Rangers, and hopefully the Yanks take advantage of that, taking 2 out of 3 against the Giants. But with the Yankees, for me, it's really just winning series. If they could sweep their opponent, great, no complaints there. But if they could take 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, that is what I asked for. Okay, there's gonna be some player. The Yankees play every team in the MLB too, so they're gonna play some bad teams. They're gonna play the Royals. They're gonna play the Diamondbacks. They're gonna play the Tigers. They're gonna be playing bad teams as well, the Rockies. So those are the type of games where you need to take, regardless. And then you're gonna be playing some really, really good teams. Anytime, you play a division rival, it's always a battle. You're going to be playing the Dodgers this year. You're going to be playing the Padres. I even like St. Louis this year a lot. And, of course, you got the Subway Series to wrap things up. So you're still going to be playing a lot of really good opponents. And that's why you got to stay healthy and make sure you have a really elite lineup. Because, that's what the Yankees need. Health has been a main issue for them. A lot of injuries, and even what I mentioned earlier, the Yanks missed DJ LeMahieu and Andrew Benintendi. But this is a Yanks team that's led by Aaron Judge. He is going to lead these guys the way, and hopefully the Yanks can take at least 2 out of 3. I think I really like the matchups here. Cortez, hopefully he builds off his strong last season. He was amazing last season. I mean, he made the All-Star team, pitched in the All-Star game, had a great performance, I thought. And that's what they need from Cortez. Just a really good play. Because, in a playoff series, you obviously have Cole and Rodon as your 1-2. And then you could even have your 3-4 as Severino or Nestor Cortez. I mean, that just sounds brilliant to me. Count me in. That would be amazing for the Yanks to have those 4 in particular healthy, and then rounding up, whether you have Johnny Brito or Domingo Germán, that's good as well. Because, when you have a really good rotation, it could take you a long way. I thought that's one of the reasons why the Phillies went a long way last year. Just Nola and Wheeler were killing it. And then obviously Harper stepped up big. Alec Boehm stepped up. Kyle Schwarber. Just a lot of good players on that Phillies team that stepped up. And, pitching could take you a long way. But if you don't score runs as well, it could hurt you. And that's the only thing I'm worrying about this team right now is not being able to score enough runs. But regardless, this team just has to stay healthy. And I'm going to be saying that all year long, probably every podcast, to stay healthy. Because it's true. That's for everybody. Staying healthy is huge, especially come playoff time. But, this is the second series of the season. And, lots to look forward tonight. Enjoy the game. I am your host, Vin. This is the Yankees talk today. This is the Inside the Boot podcast. Subscribe, like, and as always, so long, and let's go Yanks. Peace.